Samasta jana kalyane niratham karunamayam namami chinmayam devam sadgurum brahmavidvaram. Let's chant together Arjuna Uvacha.
Arjuna Uvacha Sthita Prajnasya ka bhasha Samadhisthasya Keshava Sthitadi kim prabhasheta Kimasita vrajeta kim Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Prajahati yada kaman Sarvan parthamanogatan Atmanyevatmana tushtaha Sthita prajnastadochyate Dukkheshvanudvignamanaha Sukheshu vigataspruhaha Vitaragabhayakrodhaha Sthitadhirmuniruchyate Yas sarvatranabhisnehaha Tat prapya shubhashubham Nabhinandati nadveshti Tasya prajna pratisthita.
Arjuna raises a question. What are the traits, characteristics of a wise person? The person who is enlightened. What are the characteristics? So that we can see and then learn to cultivate them, learn to emulate them, lift ourselves up. So what are the traits? That's the question Arjuna raises. And Krishna answers. He's saying he's a person who is content in himself. Atmani eva. He revels in himself or in herself. A person just is happy within. We have depended too much upon the world and continuously thinking, it's a wrong analysis that we keep thinking that the world will make me happy. The world can give us a joy here and there, not happiness what we want. That's already therein. We need to check that out. We need to find it. It's not there outside for us to get. The outside things maybe can make some adjustments, can make the world little conducive, and there can be a kind of a fulfillment of joy, not happiness, joy. And that joy which we get also is just time-bound. It's not against joy. Please understand, no one is against joy. The world has lots of joy and you are here to go through it. You are here to exhaust your vasanas. So nobody, the scriptures, nor anyone is against those joys, but you need to know the joys you're demanding in the world are time-bound. They don't have the potency to make you happy forever. That potency is not there in them. They just give us flipping moments of pleasure. So a person understands that it's not the world which is going to make that person happy, so he or she looks within. This is one of the qualities. And wherever they go, they move freely without raga, bhaya, krodha. Attachment, fear, and anger. These three will not be there in a person who has understood the truth. Because a person who has understood the truth cannot be attached to anything, number one. Number two, when you're not attached to anything, you can't get angry, nor be scared of it. Attachment is only when I sincerely feel that this alone can make me happy. I depend on it. Holding on to it, thinking this will make me happy. So a wise person who has understood the truth will not be attached. He or she moves in the world just having and not possessing. That's the way of life. Have, don't possess. Establish in this and just see how different the life is. To have and not to possess. It's such a joy. You don't own anything, but you have everything. You understand? When something is given, it is there, but don't own it. Don't take it as mine. Allow it to be there till it has to be there. Whatever is the karma of it to be there, let it be. When it has to go, it will go. And no force can stop it going. And no force can snatch it away either, if it has to remain. So let it be. Let's not get attached to them. If we can get this, it's a beautiful quality of a wise person. With that goes fear and anger. That freedom we need. If we have not established in that for years of study, then we need to really focus on the basics. Get ourselves established there. So the wise person moves around in the world without much, without any attachment. So there's neither fear nor anger for him. And at all conditions, sarvatra, favorable, unfavorable conditions, the mind is balanced. The mind is balanced. Different things the world offers, and the person stays calm, keeps the mind just completely balanced. Continuing further, yada samharate chaya.
Yada samharate chayam
Yadha samharate chayam
Kurmongani va sarvashah
Kurmongani va sarvashah
Indriyani indriyarthebhyah
Indriyani indriyartebhyah
Tasya prajna pratisthita
Tasya prajna pratishtita. Again.
Yada samharate chayam
Yadha samharate chayam
Kurmongani va sarvashah
Kurmongani va sarvashah
Indriyani indriyarthebhyah
Indriyani indriyartebhyah
Tasya prajna pratisthita
Tasya prajna pratishtita. He says, Yadha samharate chayam. Moreover, when he, that person, completely withdraws. Yadha samharate chayam kurmongani sarvashah. Kurma, like a tortoise. Tortoise, when it walks around, it rather crawls. When it goes, at the slightest area of danger, slightest, not the ones which we have domesticated at home. They are very friendly. They've changed themselves, not the wild tortoise. The wild one, when it moves out, and if it crawls, let us say, even 50 meters away, if you can drop little sand grains, this animal can feel. It can feel that there is some movement there. You know, when things like tsunami, tidal waves, when they all strike us, even earthquakes, the animals know it much longer, much before than humans. And we think humans are the wisest on the planet. They know it. The elephants go and choose a place where they can't be affected. They know the water level can come up to this point. They go there instinctively. The sensitivity is so connected to earth. After all, we are one. So they feel and they go. At tsunami time, how many cows, much before tsunami could happen, the cows felt. screaming out to release them off free because they know something was coming. Earthquake, the animals feel much before. Because when something happens at the tectonic plate level, the whole earth, there is a feeling. The animals are sensitive. So the tortoise is one such thing. When even at 50 meters, if you draw a sand of grain, it will become alert. And if it sees there is something coming, it will withdraw its limbs completely and stay secured in the shell. And the shell of the tortoise is really hard. You can throw a stone, nothing would happen on it. It is hard. So it withdraws and stays inside the shell till it feels everything is safe. Then comes out and starts going. What an example Krishna is giving. Wise man is like a tortoise, walking around. The moment he feels something coming on the way, you withdraw. Stay within. Nothing happens. And when things are no more dangerous, come out. Now, stay within here means stay within the understanding. Take shelter in the knowledge. That is called staying in. That he withdraws himself to that understanding. Withdraws himself to that understanding, anchors himself into that knowledge that these things are not required. They are redundant. I don't need them. And once that urge, everything goes down, he comes out. So sense objects continuously keep going into our mind. All your advertisements, what are they trying to do with you? Every advertisement, what are they trying? Please think. Every ad is created in a very enticing manner. The best of the model, the best of the achievers have to be the ambassadors. Because your mind already respects them. It is a celebrity who you're going to see often, again and again, and they will endorse a product. And just the personality itself is powerful, because they are people of achievement in the world. Most of them look up to them, and they endorse a product in a very creative way. We keep looking at it. Like that, how many goes inside? Continuously. Once they keep going in, they mark an impact inside. Make an impression inside. And once that impression is made inside, you go and look. Next time when you want to buy a product, that product which has made the most impression in you, you would choose that. So are we aware of how many things are going in when we walk in the roads? When we walk in the world? How many are going in without any filter? They keep going in and frame layers of impression. Half of it, we don't even need them, isn't it? I heard a very funny definition for antique. Antique stuff? What your grandfather used, your father sold, your son buys it. Now it has got an antique value. Is it of any requirement for you? Do you actually need it? No. Why? Someone has created collection of antiques is cool, trendy. We may not need it at all. Most of it in the world which we gather and keep, we don't need it. Somebody pushes that idea inside. It goes and settles down. It could be your neighbor. You were very fine till your neighbor got a car. Till then you are absolutely fine. Now he gets a car, you keep seeing it, and that keeps going in. Now you need a car. It's the same with jewelry. It's the same with garments. So the impressions keep going in, you understand? They keep going in continuously, and as they keep going in, we do not know what to do. They are filled and imprinted deeply inside, and from inside we are pushed to go out for it. So when we walk into the world, we should be like a tortoise. These stimuli which are coming to us, we should know to filter them. Something like check in and check out. Something is coming in, check in. Do I need to let this in? No, this is not required. Let it go. So we should know to push them off. We can't push them inside with a great liking and then they sit inside. Couple of times we keep looking at it, it becomes a desire. We'll talk about it later. So what goes inside is not required. So we should know to stop. The tortoise is like that. So many things in the world, which really we don't need it, but we keep putting them in. So we should pick up this lesson from the tortoise. That we walk in the world, various things come to us, but we don't allow them to go and frame an impression inside. Say no, not necessary. Do I need this? I don't think so. See, this is the best way to handle. Let me tell you this. When a desire, like you see something, and slowly the mind is craving for it, before it forms into a desire, that early stage, check. Do I need this? First question. Question number 1. Do I need this? Question number 2. If I get it, strive, struggle hard, work hard, slog, and finally get it. And if I get it, how long will that keep me happy? Let's get that point very clear. How long that will make me happy? Let's be clear about it. You know why? Most of the time we get deluded that we think if I get this, my life is made. Till what time? Till when? But we have this feeling, if I get this, this is what is missing in my life. If I get this, I'm done. How long? So we need to be aware of an object which we are seeking. What is its capacity? What is its ability? What is its potency to keep you happy? Till how long? So the second question, when an urge or a desire is coming up, we should ask, how long will this keep me happy? Let us really understand. Sometimes the answer could be for a week. Sometimes the answer could be for a month. Then I know this entire struggle, I may get it and I'll be happy only for 15 days. What's the point? I'm struggling about it. This desire doesn't have the ability to keep me happy forever. So when I am aware of its capacity to make me happy, that is important because then I know what kind of an object I am seeking. So the first question, do I need it? Second question, if I get it, how long will it make me happy? Final question, what if I don't get it? That's the end of my life? I would be miserable the rest of my life? What if I don't get it? What if it doesn't happen to me at all? So 3 questions. Then you are a tortoise. Think of it. Do I need it? How long will it make me happy? And what if I don't get it? What happens to me? How miserable will I be? And how long will I be miserable? Or will I ever be miserable? Or I'll just continue with my life? If we know this, we have removed the potency of a desire. we can play with it as we want after that. It is taken away. Now it is no use. You can play with it. It really doesn't matter. Think. So the example given is like a tortoise. Tortoise withdraws, and the wise person is also like that. When he or she moves into the world, when various things come, they withdraw. So please remember tortoise, okay? We have heard the story, right? The tortoise and the rabbit had a race. I do not know which story you have heard about them. I have another version of it altogether. Okay. So there was this tortoise and a rabbit had a discussion, and they decided to do a race. So first time they decided to run on the ground. Rabbit won it hands down. Tortoise came slow. Then the tortoise said, this is not fair, that you want a race running on the ground because that's your area. Let's do it on the banks. You run on the soft sand, I'll go on the river. Now let us see who does it first. So they agreed for a race, second race. On the land, next to the banks or the shores, the rabbit was running and the tortoise breezed through the water, came first, hands down, the tortoise won. Now the rabbit said, this is also not okay, because you're winning there. Now let's do another race, where there will be water and land. And this time is not where we go. We have to go back home. Whoever goes home first is the winner. Because land, water, both we are doing, whoever, there's no finishing line here. Who reaches home, that person is the winner. And the race began. The rabbit started running. Tortoise just withdrew. Please understand, tortoise just withdrew. The 5 limbs went in. You're home. I am not talking about tortoise now. The story has something more to understand. When are you home? When you are inside. When you are withdrawn within your home. What is God in Tamil? I understand a lot of people speak Tamil here. What is God in Tamil? You're saying Kadavul, na? Say it loudly. What is your problem? Kadavul. Khada in Tamil means also stay. Ul is inside. Ul is inside. One who stays inside is God. Staying in. Withdraw your God. Outside, human. You understand? Outside we are human. Withdraw your home. The tortoise withdrew, went home. Which is the home of a tortoise? It's not a cave, it's not anywhere. You have to just withdraw. You're inside. If the moment we withdraw, we are divine. When we are out, we are humans. So the wise man has this trait of a tortoise. Moves around in the world. The moment he feels, hey, this is a little too much of all this world, I don't want any of these stuff to go inside, he chooses stays in, nothing can go. It's a strong filter. Stops everything. Filtered. Lets only what he wants to let it go in. That's the quality of a wise person. Continuing. Vishaya vinivartate.
Vishaya vinivartante Niraharasya dehinaha
Niraharasya dehinaha
Rasavarjam rasopyasya
Rasavarjam rasopyasya
Param drishtva nivartate
Param drishtva nivartate
Vishaya vinivartante Niraharasya dehinaha
Niraharasya dehinaha
Rasavarjam rasopyasya Param drishtva nivartate
Param drishtva nivartate. He says here, Vishaya vinivartante Niraharasya dehinaha Rasavarjam rasopyasya Param drishtva nivartate. Vishaya, sense objects, various sense objects in the world. Vishaya vinivartante. The sense objects run away, turn away. Vishaya vinivartante niraharasya dehinaha. Nirahara. To that individual who decides that I will not let them in. To that individual who says no to the sense objects. Vishaya, the sense objects turn away from that individual who says no to it. Vishaya vinivartante nirahara. Nirahara, ahara, taking in. Nirahara, he says, I'm not going to take this anymore. When you say, I'm not going to take this anymore, that object has no potency to get back to you. It will turn away. It will flip, fall. Because the object by itself has no power. Simple example. If the sense objects have power, every one of us must get attracted to every object. Some people like coffee. Some people like whiskey. A person who does not like whiskey, whiskey has no power to entice him. You can keep the bottle in front of him and nothing would happen to him. He would not even touch it. No, the power is not in the object. And someone who doesn't like coffee, you keep the best of the coffee. Let the aroma and the taste and everything rise, and he is least interested in it. It doesn't bother, isn't it? Because it doesn't make. The object which you don't like, stand in front of it and nothing will happen to you. The same object, someone quotes it, adores it. They have to see it, then what happens to them? The object has no power. They are inert, please understand. All the sense objects are inert, they have no power. It is your mind playing a trick. If the object has an attraction, then all of us must get attracted to every object. That's not the case. That clearly shows the object has no attraction. So when the individual, nirahara, you decide, I am not going after it. Nirahara, You decide, I am not taking this anymore. The moment you say, I do not want this object, that object turns away. Vishaya vinivartante. They turn away, they go away. Niraharasya dehinaha. To that individual, dehinaha, this goes away. But that know what you say should have strength. Sometimes we say no, which has no strength. When people serve food, you can check this no. Have something, have little more. No, no, no. The plate is extended. No, no, no. That no has no strength at all. Powerless no. Naturally, they put it on your plate. Because that no did not have strength. Have some more. No. That person will not even come. Vishaya vinivartante. Turn away completely. Why would that person come? How much no do we say? Our no should have strength. When I say no to something, I mean it, and that should have strength. Say it with strength. That object turns away. Take time. But the moment you have taken time, you have decided, and then you say no, nothing, never again it should disturb you. Never again it should run after you, because you have said no to it. The object can't run. It is you who is pulling it. Please remember, the object is inert. The sense object has no power. It is the mind which is making. It is the power which is from inside. If you say no, it has nothing. It can't do anything to you. It all depends how much we say no. Remember, this word no is a powerful word, and we really need it in life. You can even do japa sometime to just strengthen it. No, 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 no. 108 times daily, no. Then you look at an object. No. Vishaya vinivartante. Run away. And if we say no, 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 please, no. No means no. You said it and you mean it and you mean every bit of it. How can that object ever come after you? It all depends upon how much strength our no has. Vishaya vinivartante niraharasya dehinaha. But Krishna cautions. The earlier, you have said no to the object. The object has gone away. But the earlier taste of it, what you have experienced earlier, that is still in your mind. That is not wiped out. You understand? A strong no and the object has turned away, but the previous experience, earlier experience is still there in the mind. That keeps lingering. Rasa varjam, rasa. Rasa varjam, rasopyasya. That rasa stays in the mind. That will also drop off. Krishna guarantees that will also drop off. Param drishtva nivartate. One glimpse of the higher. That will drop off. One glimpse, param drishtva. Have a glimpse of that, one glimpse, and the object, the taste which is lingering will also drop off. That may be there because you have, since all of us have experienced various things, the past experiences could be there in the mind. Though you say no, the object goes away because the object can't do, you have said a strong no to it. But the old taste sometimes can be popping up now and then. When they pop up, you have to remember that till you get a glimpse of this, these memories can come back again and again. Till we get a glimpse of that, these memories can come back to us again and again. Though we have said no. Param drishtva nivartate. That rasa, the old taste which is lingering, the smell of it, the fragrance of it, the vasana of it, can still be there. That will also go. Param drishtva nivartate. There was a poor farmer, landless laborer, working for somebody's land. He doesn't have a land but works for someone, landless laborer. Was walking, and a rich man, it was a cold season somewhere in Bihar, in India. Cold season, so one rich man gave him a new shawl. Take this, it's a good shawl. He took the good new shawl and he put it up, covered himself, felt warm. That day, Gautam Buddha was also in Bihar. And he has to give, Buddha was giving his sermon, so this landless laborer went there and sat, was listening to Gautam Buddha. End of the lecture, when Buddha finished his sermon, the students, everybody whoever was listening, felt that they need to give something back as an expression of gratitude. That is called Guru Dakshina. That you go and offer something for a nobler cause which the teacher would use. So that's called Guru Dakshina. So everybody was ready to go give something, and this guy had nothing to give. Just one shawl. He had a new one. And a part of his mind said, get up, give it to Buddha. Just give it to him. You heard something so nice. It has touched your heart. I am sure it is going to keep you more happy now. Just get up and offer something. One part of his heart was saying, go give. Another part of his head was saying, no. You just got one and the winter has just started. You need to survive. And Buddha has got rich disciples. They will give him. Buddha doesn't need that shawl. You should learn to give. That is important. You understand? It's not that Buddha wants it. So the part of the head said, no. Somebody else will give him. It's all right. Again I said, shut up. Just get up. Hand it over to Buddha. That's the only thing you have. And it's new. And he may give it to anybody deserving. And the head was saying, no. When this disturbance was going on in his mind, yes and no, Buddha just looked at him. One look. This guy got up, folded the shawl, went, left it at the feet of Gautam Buddha. Thank you, Lord. I'm feeling so happy that you told me something so profound, and here is what I'm giving. With great joy, he turned back and started walking with such happiness and making a cry, a loud cry. I have conquered it. I have conquered it. What I was saying, I have conquered it. The king was passing by. The king looked at this guy and he said, stopped the chariot and said, come here. Yes, Your Majesty. What have you conquered? And this landless laborer says, desire. What an answer. Huh? What have you conquered? Desire. How did you conquer? I had one new shawl. I gave it to Buddha. The king was mighty pleased, extremely happy that even a farmer in his country, in his kingdom, who doesn't even own a piece of land, is able to give something for a good cause. Mighty pleased, he said, I'm very happy. I am gifting you 2 shelves. I'm carrying, I'm gifting you 2 shelves. He said, this is for me. I said, yeah, this is yours. 2. You can keep 1 and 1 for your family. Somebody, you can use it. He took both the shelves, ran to Buddha. After running there, he went, oh enlightened one, I feel so blessed today that I got something more. I can offer you this. Both the shelves he gave. The king was watching. That he ran, he gave it. So the king said, I appreciate what you did. Fine. And the king was slightly curious. Did this guy really conquer? Because he said, I have conquered. So again he came back with a great joy. I have conquered. I have conquered. So the king takes his jewel, a gold chain, and says, here, go live happily with this. Take care of your family. Buy a piece of land. All that you can do. Here. A gold chain dropped in his hand. He looked at the chain. Are you serious? Yes, yes, this is yours. Thank you. Runs to Buddha. Places at his feet. Saying, you can do whatever you want with this. You can cash it. Somebody will buy it if you're selling. And then you can use that money for something. You have a lot of monks following you. This is I'm giving. I do not know how blessed I feel today that I'm getting all this. And I'm able to give you. The king was shocked beyond his words. The 2 shelves he handed over, a gold chain he handed over. So the king looks at him and saying, listen, there's a lot of stuff in this chariot. Small, small gifts which I have brought to hand over. It's all yours, including the chariot. And the king jumped out of the chariot. He said, really, sir? Yeah. He went, tied the chariot to a tree, went straight to Buddha and said, look, there's a chariot. You don't have to go by foot anymore. Use that chariot. It's yours. I have conquered it. I have conquered it. There should be a day in our life. We should be able to say this. Please remember. There should be one day in our life where we should be able to say, I have conquered it. It can't be that I am a slave of desire all my life. Please remember. There should be one day, and that would be the most beautiful day. The most blessed day. Blissful day. When we can say, I have conquered it now. I've come here in this world, I have lived so long, hundreds of things around. I was trapped and conditioned and dragged and suffocating. I have gone through this hell. But today I have conquered desire. The day you say that, something else is born in you. That's called freedom. Liberated freedom. You would live here, moving freely, without letting anything tie you. Straight out there, free. Why? Conquer that. We can do it. Param drashtva, one glimpse. Buddha just looked at him once. One glance of the higher. Something happens within. Some change happens. Something stirs within. Think. To a person like Gurudev, who has come into our lives, how much strain he has taken to see that you and I get this knowledge today. Was that easy? How much effort he has put? 4 decades the man walked around the earth teaching us. What can we offer? The day we say, I have conquered it, that is Guru Dakshina. That day we are worth his disciple, isn't it? That day we are worth his devotee, his follower, member. That day it is worth. Till then we are buying time. But someday we should say, we have lived long enough in this world to say that. How much more do we want time? Have we not seen this world sufficiently? For the number of years we have lived till now? Have we not seen it? How many more years we want to see this world? Let's conquer it. No, it starts with no. The no should have strength. And then even if some memories keep coming up, don't worry. One glance of the higher, one quiet movement in meditation, that's all. One moment of stillness within. You know how happy you are without any of those things. The moment that strikes you, that you're just happy by yourself. And there's nothing in the world made you happy, but just happy by just being yourself. One glimpse, even for a flash. Even that memory which is there will go. That taste, rasa, will also dry up. Rasa varjam rasopyasya param drishtva nivartate. One glimpse of it. Let's keep striving for that one glimpse. So 2 points take home of this verse. Strong no. And say it with all josh. Say it with all joy. That you're saying no, because it's worth saying no. Say no. And continue with your effort, with your sadhana. We would get a glimpse. The moment we get a glimpse, sometime in our prayer, sometime maybe in a temple, maybe when you're doing a puja, sometimes sitting quietly by the seashore, sitting in a garden, sitting any moment, you never know when it comes. That one glimpse, connect to that joy within. We don't need anything after the world, then from the world. Even the taste which is lingering will go away. Continuing.
Yatato hyapi kaunteya
Yathatho yapi kaunteya
purushasya vipaschitaha
Purushasya vipaschitaha
indriyani pramathini
Indriyani pramathini
haranti prasabham manaha
Haranti prasabham manaha
yatato hyapi kaunteya
Yathatho yapi kaunteya
purushasya vipaschitaha
Purushasya vipaschitaha
indriyani pramathini
Indriyani pramathini
haranti prasabham manaha
Haranti prasabham manaha. When you take up an adventure, when you're doing a travel or an adventure, let's say walking all the way to Gomukh. Gomukh is a glacier. From Gangotri, that's where the last motorable road ends. After that, one has to trek. It's almost 18 kilometers you have to walk, and then there's a glacier. And if you cross that glacier, Gomukh, you will go to a place called Tapovan, which is another 6 kilometers from Gomukh. 4 kilometers, sorry. Another 4 kilometers from Gomukh, you will reach this place called Tapovan. It's a flat land up in the mountain, in the Himalayas. You can play soccer. that kind of a flat land. And there's a small river which goes called Akashaganga. And this place is named after Swami Tapovan Maharaj, Swami Chinmayananda's guru. Because the British wanted to know about the Himalayas with Puranic references made in the Puranas. What is this mountain called? What is this place called? Puranic references. So he guided them on the Puranic references. So they were very happy and they named it after him. And you go further, more little away, there is another place called Sundarban. That is named after Swami Tapovan Maharaj's disciple Sundarananda. And Sundarananda is the last living disciple who is still there of Tapovan Maharaj. He's 95 years old, lives in Gangotri. So this Tapovan trek is not easy. So when one has to start, you will instruct. Walk carefully. Even regular trekkers sometimes find it hard because oxygen there would be less. So if you overexert yourself, by the time you reach, you could be exhausted, dehydrated completely. You better drink regularly, carry some. You could be a regular trekker, but a warning would be given. So now a newcomer who wants to go there, how much caution you would give? You would encourage him to go there. Yeah, you want to go to Tapovan? Very good. It's a lovely trek. 18 kilometers Gomukh, another 4 kilometers from there, 22 kilometers. You reach the place. Once you go there, you can see Bhagirath Peak 1, 2, 3, Peak Shivling, Mount Meru, Sumeru it is called, a beautiful place. Now you will tell the trekker, go, 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 you will like all this, but be careful. There are others, even the regular guys sometimes fumble. Those who are regular also sometimes slip. It is a path not that easy. You can slip here and there, miss your step, fall down, slip down. You may go down the crevice. Thin ice, it cracks and you're gone when you're walking, crossing the glacier. So a newcomer would also be cautioned. And the best example you can caution is, even regular trekkers have trouble, be careful. Correct? That is what Krishna is doing. Here he is telling, Yatato hyapi kaunteya purushasya vipaschitaha, O Kaunteya, son of Kunti, O Arjuna. Indeed, the sense organs are powerful. Pramatini. They are indeed powerful. So, and they can prasabam haranti manaha. They can forcibly carry your mind away. Even regular practitioners find it hard. Vipaschitaha. Even those who are regularly practicing control of senses and the mind, etc., find it hard. So he says, they also find it hard. Vipaschitaha, wise people also find it hard. What do we have to talk about a person who has just started striving? If we have just started seeking, it's a caution given that we should be doubly more alert. That is all the advice is. You must be doubly more alert. Don't think. Don't rush into a conclusion that you have captured various things. No. We may not. So we have to walk cautiously. If I get a wrong sense that I have conquered various things around me, and if I think and get myself into a false understanding that I have conquered all these things and play with it, it can take me into trouble. So be cautious when you handle temptation. That is all the advice is. Be cautious when you handle temptation. The best way to avoid temptation at the early stages, avoid situation which creates temptation. A seeker should be careful about it. Avoid situations which create temptation. When you have mastered yourself to some extent, then you stand in front of a tempting object, you know what to do with it. But when you're not got that kind of a self-control, that kind of vairagya is not there, you run into the tempting object, you may slip into it and become a sense addict. Helplessly depend on that object for your next level of happiness. And so helplessly people hold on to certain things. They do not know there are greater freedom beyond that. And with insecurity, with uncertainty, one hangs on to an object, thinking this will give me joy. And there is a threat. Insecure, because the object is not going to give happiness forever. It can change. So a seeker has to be careful, really careful, that even wise people sometime, a regular practitioner sometime, slips into all this. So a beginner must be really, really alert. So an advice for us is avoid situation which creates temptation. Continuing.
Tani sarvani samyamya yukta asita matparaha vashehi yasyendriyani
Vashehi yasindriyani
tasya prajna pratisthita
tasya prajna pratishtita
Tani sarvani samyamya
Tani sarvani samyamya
yukta asita matparaha
Yukta asita matparaha
vashehi yasyendriyani
Vashe yasyendriyani
tasya prajna pratisthita.
Tasya prajna pratishtita. Krishna says here, Tasya prajna pratishtita. We'll see this line repeating again and again. Tasya prajna. The knowledge of such a person is pratishtita. He is who is well established in knowledge, in wisdom. Tani sarvani samyamya yukta asita matparaha. So what should I do? Once I have withdrawn my senses, saying these things are not required, let me turn my mind towards the higher. Once I have withdrawn, saying no to various things, having restrained, tani sarvani samyamya, yukta asita matparaha. The yogi should be seated, the seeker should be seated. Yukta, a practitioner, should be seated, matparaha, keeping me as the highest goal, priority. It's a beautiful line. Having withdrawn yourself from the sense pleasures, sense objects, what should one do? Keep the Lord as your highest goal. Matparaha. Matparaha, me, the Krishna here, the Supreme Lord, says, keep me as the highest goal of your life. In short, matparaha means I must be your priority. What is our priority today? This is again another question you should introspect. What is your priority today? We have lived here long enough. What is our priority till date? What must be our priority further? Think about it. Sit quietly, analyze. Introspect on this question. Till now, what is my priority? Further, whatever life I am left with, what should be my priority? Matparaha. He says, keep me as the highest priority. Somewhere we should make the Lord our highest priority. That is to say, in a very, very simple way, Let's get this correctly. It can really transform. If you have to introduce yourself, and you have to tell something about yourself, how would you introduce yourself? Let's say you're working in a bank. You would say, I'm so-and-so, my name, etc. Currently working with this bank. And I have a family with few children, and this is what I do, that what I do. This is how we say. I'm so-and-so. I'm a teacher working in this institute. I'm this, I'm that, I'm a businessman, I'm a CEO. Various things we keep saying. Or if motherhood is very deep to you, then you say, I'm a mother of few children. If the father is predominant, then you say, I'm the father. Whatever you identify the most dear to you, you say that first. If I have to say, I would say I'm a disciple of Swami Chinmayananda. That's the first thing I would say. Then I would say I'm part of Chinmaya Mission. But what I would say is that I'm a disciple of this great master. So we always introduce that way. This should change. This should change. We should not introduce ourselves like this. If our priority changes, our introduction itself will change. The introduction or the priority should be, I am a seeker who is a CEO. I am a seeker and a mother. I am a seeker and a friend. I am a seeker and a sportsman. I am a seeker first. I am a seeker who is also a parent. I am a seeker and a mother. I am a seeker and a father. I am a seeker and a husband. I am a seeker who is serving as a wife. You understand? There's a shift here. Matparaha. You are here for that. Therefore, that should be your first. I am a devotee and also a wife. Then the duties of wife will become worship. I am a devotee and a husband. The duties, what you do to the family, would become worship because you are a devotee. Then a husband. Today, every other introduction will come first. I am this, this. And also, I am an occasional part-time seeker. What are you? Part-time devotee. Part-time devotee. I am a devotee first, then other things. Shift this identity. Then it is matparaha. You are here for that, and the rest is the duty what you're doing. I'm a seeker going through different experiences. I'm a seeker taking up different responsibilities. I'm a seeker. I'm a devotee. Keep the Lord as your priority. Don't keep worldly stuff as your priority. It's not worth it. All those people who have kept worldly stuff as priority, what happened to them? At some point of time, everything was snatched away. Isn't it? Everything is snatched away. Painful, isn't it? Death, think of it. Death is extremely painful if you're more attached to everything. Because death will take away everything you hold on, everything you possess in one stroke. In one moment, everything that you hold on is snatched away from you in a moment. Is it very easy to let go? Everything you're holding on is cut off from you in one moment. You have taken away completely. There's nothing left with you. Bare you are. Not knowing where we are heading next. Imagine the fright. The fear of death. Because it's going to snatch everything. Let's not die that way. When death comes to take, you have nothing to hold on, ready. You come. I have cleared all this long ago. I have been waiting, happily waiting. That when are you coming? Because I have nothing to lose. Not sadly waiting, that is negative life. Happily waiting means, if you're coming today, I'm ready. Why? I have lived well. And there's nothing left for me to live here. I've finished what I have to do. And I think I did my best. I am not holding on to anything. I am ready to go. Living rest of your life with that freedom, imagine. Any moment I am ready. When we keep him as the highest goal, mat paraha, this will happen. I'm a seeker and then I play with the world. I'm a devotee and then all other roles. Then in every other role, the devotee will come. A mother cannot be a sister cannot be a wife. They are different, isn't it? Each one. The duties, the various things are different. And wife's role is as a wife. Daughter's role is different from a wife's role. A brother's role is different from an uncle's role. Uncle's role is different from a father's role. And you are playing all these roles. But if you are a devotee, you can be a devotee and an uncle. You can be a devotee and a father. In your multiple roles, you can be still a devotee. You can't be father in all the roles. Your father is a father, then your uncle. Two different roles. But if you are a devotee is a father and the devotee itself can be an uncle. So you are a devotee playing father, you are a devotee playing uncle, you are a devotee playing brother. Let's make our priority. Keep God as your priority. Mat paraha. Keep me as your highest priority. That itself is a beautiful achievement in a seeker's life. When the seeker makes it that I am living here and the Lord is my priority. So Krishna says, having restrained, having withdrawn the senses from the sense objects, remain rooted, anchored, mat paraha, keeping me as the supreme goal, as the highest goal, as the highest priority. Then, because the knowledge of that person whose senses are under control, it can be under control only when we are hooked to the higher. Satsangatve nissangatvam. Detachment to the world around is possible only with our grip towards the higher. When I hold on to the higher, then I can be detached with everything. So that way, then that person's knowledge becomes firm. He's a person of steady wisdom. Take next two verses together.
Dhyayato vishayan pumsaha
Dhyayato vishayan pumsaha
Sangasteshu pajayate
Sangateshu pajayate
Sangat sanjayate kamaha Kamat krodho bhijayate
Kamat krodho bhijayate
Krodhat bhavati sammohaha
Krodhat bhavati sammohaha
Sammohat smriti vibhramaha
Sammohat smriti vibhramaha
Smriti bhramshat buddhi nashaha
Smriti bhramshat buddhi nashaha
Buddhi nashat pranashyati
Buddhi nashat pranashyati
Dhyayato vishaya विषयान् पुंसः
ध्यायतो विषयान् पुंसः
सङ्गस्तेषूपजायते
सङ्गत्तेषूपजायते
सङ्गात् सञ्जायते कामः
सङ्घात् सञ्जायते कामः
कामात् क्रोधोऽभिजायते
कामात् क्रोधोऽभिजायते
क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः
क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः
सम्मोहात् स्मृतिविभ्रमः
सम्मोहात् स्मृतिविभ्रमः
स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशः
स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशः
बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति
बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति ध्यायतो विषयान् पुंसः संगस्तेषु पजायते ध्यायतः a person who continuously thinks, sees something. Let's say we walk in the road and we see something. And when I see something, first time I saw it, it's fine. Next day when I went, I saw it is still there, the same object. Couple of times when I see the same object again and again, and if it's a very fancy object, you start liking it. Repeated watching something makes us think of it again and again. When we think of it again and again, dhyayataha vishayan pumsaha sangasteshu pajayate. Sangha, a person gets attached to it. Because I see it again and again, I get attached to it. And when I get attached to it, sangat sanjayate kamaha. From that deep longing, from the deep attachment, I want this, a great longing, a desire is born. Till that desire was born, you were absolutely fine and happy. You were such a peaceful soul. And then this desire came. Now rattling you from inside. Continuously rattled. When do you become peaceful again? When that desire is exhausted. Before it came, you were absolutely fine. When it is exhausted, you are once again fine. And when it was existing without exhausted, you are miserable. The story of a desire, that's how it is for us. Dhyayato, something which I see again and again, a liking for it arises, from there an attachment and a desire is born. And from that desire, if it is not fulfilled, there is an obstacle coming between you and your desired object, then anger is natural. So he says, Kamat krodho bijayate, krodha, anger. From that desire, anger is born. Krodhat bhavati sammoha. Now when I am angry completely, what is the state of mind when a person is in rage? Sammoha, absolutely confused. Moha, deluded, confused, no clarity. Moha means completely confused person. Sammoha. So in that fit of anger, when one is in a rage, one is completely confused. Sammoha. When we are confused, this is what anger does. It disconnects us from our memory. Sammohat smriti bhramshat. What happens to us when we get deluded? What happens? We lose connection with smriti, our memory. When I am in a rage, when I am in anger, my access to my memory is gone. Now, where is wisdom stored? Your wisdom of right and wrong, correct, no, yes, no, should I not? Where is it stored? It is stored in your memory. And access to your memory is denied. When access to your memory is denied, access to wisdom is lost. Smriti Bhramshat Buddhi Nashaha. Wisdom is not there. Access denied to wisdom. When I don't have access to wisdom, Buddhi Nashat Pranashyati. A person perishes because he or she lost connect to wisdom. Why did you lose connect to wisdom? Got very angry. When you get angry, what happens? I lose connection to my memory. When I lose connection to my memory, I don't have access to wisdom. Lost. But why did you get angry? Oh, that's because of a desire. That desire did not fulfill, I got angry. Okay. Why did you desire? How did you desire? That because, it happened like this. What happened? I was a very happy person, doing everything nice. My neighbor bought a new car. And not only he bought a new car, but he's got an art of placing that car at my compound side. So he parks the car only in front of my house, in my side. So every time I keep looking at it. Couple of days I saw the car. Dhyayato Vishayan Pumsaha. Couple of times I saw the car. Then a liking came. Attachment. I also should have. Now it was not easy. And I went around trying hard, found a loan here, found a loan there. And with all difficulty, I managed to get a car within 3 weeks. Very good. So what do? I also park on that side of my compound. So my neighbor sees, oh, you also got the same car. New car, parked. Third day or fourth day, I went to open the car, because new car you clean most of the times. I was cleaning my new car and I saw a scratch. New car, there is a scratch. Now what happens? And you were annoyed. First thought was the neighbor did it deliberately. He must have done this on purpose. And with all that frustration, annoyed, you come up. Because you need to run to your office fast. When you come up, your little kid comes to you saying, Dad, help me with this homework. I need to submit today to school. What were you doing yesterday? Last night you should have asked. Don't you know I am very busy? Last night you came late. You had a new car, you went around, you came late. You talk back to me? And you get angry. And your wife says, don't raise your voice over a child. You're more angry now. Because she corrected you. More angry, but you don't have guts to tell something back because you know you're wrong. Now with that anger, you go and you shave. Because you have to go, you have the office appointment, you shave. Now that whole anger is in your wrist. You shave. What happens? You know what happens, right? So there are 1 or 2 cuts there. And you see the razor has a stain of blood. And then you see, and there are cuts here, there. Furious. With that anger, you throw the razor on the mirror. Mirror breaks. And we have a superstition. If mirror breaks, something inauspicious will happen. Now the mirror broke, and that inauspicious thought has come to your head. Now see, the mirror broke, and all this like that. And with all that anger suppressed, you gather yourself. And you have to rush to your office. And you're opening the door of the car again. The same scratch is there. All that came back once again. and you are driving insane. The entire anger came to your foot. And the wife gets a phone call. So-and-so admitted in this hospital, please come and take a look. Why? Accident. Where was your anger? In my foot. How did it start? How did you land up in a hospital? If you had, that scratch has not bothered, you're fine. Isn't it? Scratch bothered. Why? That object is your attachment. How did you? That guy unnecessarily parked the car in my compound. Looking at it again and again, a liking happened, an attachment came, a desire was born. From desire came anger. From anger, I lost connection to my memory. In memory, I lost wisdom. Access to wisdom is gone. Buddhi nashat pranashyati, perishes. Now, I may have taken 5 minutes to explain this. This doesn't happen in this kind of a slow motion. The whole thing is in a flash. Be careful. Dhyayato vishayan pumsaha, from attachment to anger, from anger to loss of memory is like that. Within this much it happens. For a description, we elaborated it step by step by step, this way, this way. It is not that way step, it runs through. Whole thing is in a flash, it happens. We better be careful. This is how it is. That's why many a times, even the courts forgive a person even if it is a murder out of anger. Because the guy at that moment has lost control to his own memory. If he was in the right sense, he would not have done that. So anger leads to disconnection with your memory, and that way access to wisdom is lost. Well, how do we live here when access to wisdom is lost? We don't know what we are doing. In a normal sense, you will not throw your razor at a mirror. You will not do it. But that moment, angry, access to wisdom gone. Now what do? Do things which are insane, isn't it? So Krishna warns, this is how a person keeps falling. A wise man understands this and never falls into all this. Dhyayato vishayan pumsaha. Continuing.
Ragadvesha viyuktaistu vishayanindriyaischaran atmavashyairvidheyatma prasadammadhigacchati. Ragadvesha viyuktaistu
Ragadvesha viyuktaistu
vishayanindriyaischaran atmavashyairvidheyatma
Atmavashyairvidheyatma
prasadammadhigacchati.
Prasadammadhigacchati. When we move in this world, when I open my eyes, waking state, and when I transact in this world, move around in this world, my mind, through my senses, will contact the world. And once my mind makes a contact with the world, the reaction would be joy and sorrow, raga, dvesha. Attachment, attraction and aversion. I like this, I don't like this. What I like gives me joy, what I don't like gives me sorrow. The moment my mind makes a contact through my senses to the world outside, the reaction in the mind would be likes and dislikes. Raga, dvesha. Raga, attraction, dvesha, aversion. Likes and dislikes. Hate. I love this, I hate this. Every time when we go into the world and make a contact, the reaction, what would be in our mind would be either I like it or I don't like it. Constantly we get this. The moment the sense organs makes a contact to the sense objects, the reaction in the mind would be, I like this, I don't like this. Raga dvesha. He says a wise person who moves in indriya charan, who moves among the sense objects, should not allow this reaction in the mind. Do not become a victim of likes and dislikes. Don't be a victim of it. Move in the world. Let whatever experience comes, take it for what it's worth. Do not go on gathering, these things I like, these things I like. They keep framing deeper. And these things I don't like, these things I don't like. They keep framing. Now think. And life becomes a real tragedy, absolute tragedy. Because what you like runs away from you. What you don't like runs after you. That's his Maya. The game he has created to be like this. So you are chasing something, and at the same time you are being chased. Imagine what a journey. You are chasing something, continuously chasing. And what you don't like is continuously chasing you. You have to run as best as you can from that which is chasing you, and run as fast as you can to catch up that which you are chasing. How is life? Chasing and being chased. How many years? Last 73 years. How did life go? 70 years went like this? Trying to chase something, and something chasing me? No. I don't chase anything, nor am I bothered by anything chasing me. I stand here and I take both. What I like comes to me, I celebrate it. What I don't like comes to me, I endure it. Live that way, don't chase. Don't run. What needs to come will come. What you really love comes to you, celebrate it. Just get that vasana exhausted, celebrate, enjoy, go through it. And what you don't like reaches you, learn to endure. Tan titikshasva bharata. Hey Arjuna, in the second chapter, in the beginning he says, hey Arjuna, you have no choice. All you need is titiksha. Cultivate titiksha, because once the mind makes a contact, the joy or sorrow is going to come to us. When joy comes, take it. Sorrow comes, titiksha. Endure it. To endure, you need to be strong. When you are strong, the problem is only a situation. When you're weak, the situation becomes a problem. Please get this clearly. When you're weak, any situation will appear like a problem. When you're strong, even what people see as a problem, to you will be a situation. We need that strength. If something which I don't like comes to me, let it come. I have the strength, I'll endure it. Something I want has not happened, doesn't matter. I'll have something else coming to me. So disappointments don't bother. Success doesn't too excite. You take what they are. A person who has reached this state of mind, not allowing it to oscillate between likes and dislikes, how cool and calm that person can meditate. Because the mind is not oscillating. Today it is oscillating between likes and dislikes continuously. This side and that side, this side and that side. How to meditate? Where to make the mind calm? The mind becomes calm when we don't oscillate. So you get out of the grip of likes and dislikes. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. How is it possible? We will discuss tomorrow. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari.